And I'm back in the Holy Mountain right before the third biome. Got a couple pretty decent wands going on. Damage field seems like it could be something very powerful if I had something that wasn't shuffle. But this one in particular, the always casts, what is that called? Always casts downwards bolt bundle has been carrying me through quite a bit of the game until this point. Like, check it. And that is always casts. So I think I got a pretty good chance going on here. Aside from that, greed, because there was nothing better to take, and electric immunity might be good. I don't know. Let's maybe not mess around with the magic mountain this time. And instead just try to abuse the bolt bundle to dig down through this entire area. No, there's still plenty of stuff to do, and although, to be honest, I might not have Seeing Eye perk, but I do have a Seeing Eye spell. Maybe I should go back into the Magic Mountain. Uh-oh, I recognize this. This means a worm is here. That is spooky scary, because those guys can do some damage. As I found out as one killed me in the last run that I had. Yeah, there was one run that I did before this where I had some fun alchemical misadventures, which I'll probably... Well, you just go down already. Which I'll probably end up showing after this run as a complete failure. Oh, don't worry, Okay. I'm relying on it happening. I mean, look at how it's all going so very wrong right now. And it's just started. Oh my god. Oh boy, if I can get some more levitation, that's going to be helpful, because the downward bolt bundle has been quite good up until this point. It's just I need to remain above enemies in one way or another for it to actually work. Ow, ow, ow. Or maybe, you know what I'm going to do? Just run to the bottom. The bolt bundle does also do digging, too. I am very afraid of finding that wherever that worm is, though. Yes, Alchemical misadventures. Fun times, fun times. You'll see what I mean, because had a miracle happen and then I squandered it like crazy. Oh boy. I'd like to think in an amusing way, but yeah, you know. Oh, I also still have a chainsaw, which it is an important part of just about any run I do. I feel like I always have the best time when I got this sort of thing working. Oh, that was pretty cool. Noita does have a lot of fun physics-based stuff like that occasionally. And of course, it does reward you by giving you extra gold on top of it. It's just setting it up can sometimes be more trouble than it's worth, as opposed to Bolt Bundle. You know what I can trust? Bolt Bundle. You know, it's never going to let me down. Bolt Bundle. Don't have vampirism anymore, but I'm doing it anyway, just to desecrate the corpse. Because I hate them. You understand? Yeah, it does require you to kind of get a little bit of distance so the bolt can actually turn into the downwards bolt bundle, but otherwise it's working out pretty well. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about with the spark bolt being useful in some circumstances. For example, setting up other spells. Stuff like the trigger thing, cast another arrow on collision with something. There are some powerful spells that, like, work best when you are not near them. For example, some of the exploding things. There's a spell called, like, Death Cross that will do a decent amount of damage that is really best worked with when you... I should not be following this thing. It's going to kill me. Oh, there it is! Get spell bundled. Anybody else? Yes. Wow, cool. Anyway, as goofy. Also, I'm going to bottle up some of this worm blood, because worm blood has the incredible ability of giving you dark sight, seeing in the dark. And what? What do you mean? I didn't do that. That's what happens when you destroy the magic temple, and I didn't mean to if I did, by the way. Okay, well, here, get some of that dark sight. Yep. A worm apparently got too close to that and now have angered the gods. What does angering the gods mean, you might ask? Well, it means that a very powerful enemy in here is now going to be spawning in the Magic Mountain, called a Stivari. They are not very nice, and usually you don't want to have them spawn, but they sometimes do anyway because of worms running in here and doing stuff. Well, let's see if there's anything that I can do that might, I don't know, something. There he is. Oh, he's coming. Hey. Ah, yeah, that's why you don't want to get those guys mad at you. No, he is coming. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, those guys are pretty vulnerable to chainsaw, but it's not like you really want to force yourself in a position where you have to use that unless you have some very good perks along with it. Specifically ones to reflect projectiles in one way or another. And it explodes into a mountain of bone dust. I mean, it's one way to do it, certainly, but it's not my favorite way to do it. All right. You know what, get over here. Damage plus, goes without saying, can be pretty good. What do you got here? No, this is actually about as good as it's going to get, isn't it? Oh, well. Well, hey, along with the bolt bundle, melee immunity could actually be pretty good, because now I can just run in and chainsaw everything before it's able to do anything. Explosion immunity would obviously be the optimal thing to be taken, so that this stuff doesn't hurt me as I'm bolt bundling everywhere. I see you have a wand. Yeah. Freezing does damage to enemies too. So in the Hisi base. It's a problem. But also in some ways a benefit. There are some enemies here that, especially if you get pheromone, can be quite good. But there are also some enemies here that will kill you instantaneously. Get down here. Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, crap. Yeah. Mm-hmm. These guys are actually friendly to me because for some reason wands always make things friendly to you. I guess they recognize your Noita-ness or whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. They recognize your Noita-ness, but yeah, it's still scary. Quadruple spell. Yeah, it's quadruple spell. Yeah, I can do some stuff with that. Also, I can do some stuff with this, too. I don't know. All-Seeing Eye? Do I want to get rid of that? Kind of like the ability to see the entire... Oh, boy, get out of here, you. Kind of like the ability to see the entire area, but I'm also very scared. Like, I don't know. Well, there's no real disadvantage to just digging through the area at this point in time, and especially the Holy Mountain. If I get any ability to do that, that's going to be very good. And it's just the Stivari are not the easiest guys to deal with, and they're not going to get any easier over time. Especially because now I don't have my, vampirism to kind of, cover me if things go wrong. Besides, I don't really have any consistent way of digging through that, oh boy. I don't really have anything with this consistent way of digging through brickwork yet. Might get it eventually, but not right now. I know this is a variant of a tank, and I know what kind of tank it is, so I'm not looking forward to fighting it. Oh, good. It exploded anyway, in a shower of a lot of gold. Hi. Oh, God. I got melee immunity, it's fine. Come on, don't die to that. That's just embarrassing, you guys. Oh god, the blood. It's actually, like I said, you can drown in blood, and it's not even all that difficult to do so. Ugh. If you got enough enemies around here. I think what you meant to say was, I'm going to die. Oh no. Ugh. Ah! Yeah, whatever. That works for me. Well, I mean, I'm getting somewhere here. It's just also, oh boy. What do you even have now? That looks like that's sparking with electrical power. You know what? Now we're bundleable. I guess I'm going to try using this here. Now, if only he would deign to get down below me. Oh, I think I might have killed him. Okay. Whatever this thing was sparking with. Oh, I guess it's just literally an electric arc type of deal. Well, whatever. I already have a chainsaw, as it were, so not really worried too much about it. Not doing great for health right now, so want to be extra cautious here. Man, and this isn't even getting into like the weirdo stuff. This is still playing the game as it was meant to be played. Well, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Snipuhisi are bad, and they are not your friends. And they will do a lot of damage. Sure, that works. Whatever, it works for me. Yeah, I can deal with a bunch of that. I got water here. I guess we're just going to dig the old-fashioned way, which is downward bolt bundle. Some of the always cast stuff can be very, very powerful to have. It's actually very nice depending on what you're going to get. Some things can be less useful than others. For example, if you have something along the lines of an always cast that explodes, or maybe like cast acid trail or something, that can be bad. Thunder charge? What does that do? A projectile with immense stored electricity. I mean, yeah, oh boy, there comes Stavari. He's coming. Oh god, he's coming. Get out the chainsaw. Oh, you dick. Yeah. I didn't want to fight you. You forced my hand. Okay, well, before I start up another run, here's some alchemical misadventures that I alluded to earlier. The plan was to start back in the third biome, but I just found some free-floating alchemy here. You can see occasionally when I mouse over it. We got Draught of Midas. Yeah, just here, hanging around. I don't even know how exactly it was created, but the fact that we have naturally occurring Draught of Midas around here is shocking. See, there's a secret alchemy mechanic in the game where you can mix two random liquids. Could be anything. Could be berserkium, teleportatium, any one of the polymorphines, urine, toxic sludge, and then one type of like solid object, for example, coal, copper, bone dust, snow, and it will turn into an alchemic precursor. I think you can see like a single pixel of it right here. It's a bright blue. Yeah, there it is. Barely. And then when you spray that on some meat of whatever kind, it turns to the Draught of Midas. Anything Draught of Midas touches turns to gold. And I don't know, I guess it was like blood, water, and coal or something this time. It's an incredibly rare thing to see, to say the least. Anything it touches turns to gold, which allows you to dig through just about anything you could possibly want to and get a ton of gold on top of that. I should probably screw around here, try to figure out exactly how to create this, to be honest. But aside from that, it's just the fact that it just showed up here is incredible. I didn't really have any digging, but I do have some bad digging through the dropper bolts, I guess. And of course, it sets me on fire. No! I was spraying the water! I was spraying the water. Oh, hey, by the way, there's the Alchemical precursor. I guess it's as simple as creating that now, isn't it? Welp! I'm gonna meet you back in the third biome. Oh, come on. Does it really have to be my own meat in there to create the Draught of Midas? To say I'm disappointed in myself is putting it lightly. I'm going to jump back down to the third biome for real this time, and it's going to be better and less embarrassing. All right, now this is a run. Check out this one first off. Speed up, Spark Bolt, firing off 3 Death Crosses, and 2 shields on top of all of that. Yeah, not too many enemies are going to be able to stand up to that, but if they can, Eldritch Portal. And I even got a little bit of healing in the field, so I'm feeling pretty confident about this one. Even the perks are pretty good. Permanent shield, no range from close enemy attacks. Yeah, electric shock and concentrated spells are not extremely useful, but I'm sure they'll probably, oh my god, do something. Yeah, okay, there we go. Remember how I was talking so much about how these enemies will just take such an enormous beating at this point in the game? Not so much now. In fact, they're not really taking much of anything at all with the way that they're working. Now, one of the things when I was starting playing the game was I was wondering, when exactly would you want to use the reduced lifetime? And as it turns out, I do think that Death Cross is definitely a point in which you want to do it. Oh yeah, one of the things I just noticed. Yes, I am getting benefit from the Critical Plus. I wasn't sure if that worked with the Death Cross in particular, but it does appear to do so. Doing 300 damage when it fires off now. Yeah, with that huge, well, with that one. With that huge, just, you know, damage that I'm getting just off of the Death Cross by itself, the explosion is doing even more. Also, I'm on fire. Please stop shooting so many things at me. You too. Oh, thankfully I also have a really, really huge... But what am I worried about this guy with? I don't take melee damage. That said, I'm going to take him out anyway, because I hate him. But yes, I also have a really huge health pool on top of all of that, too. I've been very lucky when it comes to finding a lot of health pickups so far. And that has brought me a pretty long way. Not only is it defensively focused, I can also really take a beating, too. Oh, look at that. It landed directly upwards. That's, kind of neat. Entirely pointless, but kind of neat. For whatever reason, one of the things with this weapon is that I do need to, like, press the attack button one more time before it decides to reload, so I have to probably press it there, and then it doesn't reload until now. So that can be a little bit weird when I'm doing this, but aside from that, you know, if that's the only problem I got, I think I'm gonna be fine. Just remember to press R after every attack. Boy, I love seeing those Luki just fly everywhere. I remember the very first time that I saw these guys. They not only frightened me a lot, but they took more damage than I had ever seen any enemy take in the entire game up until this point. And now they're exploding into just ridiculous chunks flying everywhere. It feels pretty good. That said, I should probably at least go around here, see if I can't find some more good stuff in this area. I hardly ever get a chance to explore around in the jungle, after all. Usually I don't really have the type of weapons to make it worthwhile. Needless to say, not a problem here. When you get a good set of items in Noita, it is a great feeling, because you set up what is really a hell of a lot of things all working in conjunction together to create just something really beautiful. And the double shield, too, is such a lucky pickup. I hardly ever see those shields as it is, and getting that along with a small permanent shield is just amazing, and will do a lot to prevent me from getting killed from projectiles. I do know that if I go a little bit farther over here, there is another fungal jungle. That's not what it's called. I probably shouldn't be recording this at 2:30 in the morning, but I am. Why not? And done. Anywho, it's not like it really matters too much. Ah! Oh, right, melee, etc. Yo, come on, cut that out. You're not gonna win here. But yes, there's another fungal wastes. I've entirely forgotten what this area is called right now. Fungal caverns. There we go. There we go. And if I can get in here, get a lot of extra gold. I guess I do have immunity to electric shocks. Get in here, get a lot of extra gold. I might be able to re-roll into getting like explosion immunity, which is something that I could probably really use. After all, these things do explode, and although it's a very small explosion, if I get caught in it, I'm not gonna be doing great. I want to say it's not going to do as much damage to me as it does to enemies, but I also don't want to try that. I don't want to test it. Ah! Super poison. And these damn guys and their super poison. Yeah, it's sort of like the difference between toxin and poison in Dark Souls, if you will. You really do take a lot of extra damage from that, and these characters will just shoot it at you constantly, so be on the lookout for that. Anything else? Yes, it's a good thing that you don't really get affected by falling objects in the same way that enemies do. He sees super warriors, and they really do take some damage too. I'm not a fan, but they're not the most threatening thing right now, regardless. Worst comes to worst, I do have the Circle of Vigor. The Circle of Vigor will, in fact, heal me a lot. And I might just show that off right here, too. Be careful. Like I said, don't want to explode myself accidentally. Just everything else. You know what? Here, let's check it out. Oh, look at that go. It is one of the best items. It is one of the best spells that you can possibly get in the game for that reason alone. It is just, you only get 2 of them, and you gotta refill them after each area. God, that is satisfying. Luki, apparently in Finnish, is just the name for Daddy Longlegs, so yeah, I could be calling them that, but Luki, come on, it's a good name. No, not that. There we go. Luki. And Kamahaki, I don't really know, but it's very similar to the Kami's enemies that you find a lot in the mines. If I can even find any example of those guys around here. Again, probably should not be recording at 2:30 in the morning. Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it. Guys, do you mind? I know you can't deal damage to me, but that doesn't mean that I want to be swarmed by things that are going to be blocking projectiles at all points in time. If some sort of enemy comes up, I want to be ready to explode them with impunity, after all. And it would be nice if I could go around and find a little bit more health, even on top of all the stuff that I've been getting. Just because, man, oh man. And get wrecked. I said, get wrecked. You know, I'm doing a lot of damage, but enemies are still sometimes holding up to a hit or two. Alright. Well, that is somewhat worrying, but if I do get some sort of like 100% on critical something or other, it could be worth, you know, getting to work for me. There we are. And also, there we go. I've definitely heard the term Lukey before somewhere, too. Maybe that's one of those things, like in other languages, you know how you got like pineapple and ananas is what it is everywhere else in the world. That type of dealio. Wouldn't surprise me at all. English can sometimes be strange with the way it decides to do things. Okay, now I can go leave into the next area. I'd like to say just fine, but I really do want to explore around as much as I can. Don't really get too much opportunity to have a run that works this well for that. And even more than that, I also really want to try to make sure that I got this run as much of a lock as I possibly can. If that explosion immunity would be super nice. Or fire immunity would also be very good. Because I know in the next area, there is one type of enemy that very much loves using a lot of fire. And if I can avoid that, I would like to. Yeah, it doesn't really work too well against very fast enemies, but very fast enemies tend to not be the strongest, and even more than that, I have melee immunity. And those tend to be the... Ah! Careful. Doucement. Good, good. Now. That didn't quite do it. These Hisi... Yeah, the Hisi have some pretty tough dudes in their ranks. I'm not a big fan of fighting them. And to be honest, I would love to use the Eldritch Portal, but I also know that... Eeh, that was close. But I also know that that's can hurt me as much as it hurts enemies sometimes. You are going down. Not getting teleported around this time. I've had some good runs end to those fellows. So if I can avoid having that happen right now, that's just only for the better for me. Yeah, you really want to watch out for those mages. Stuff like polymorphing that you'll see some of the later guys doing is really the scariest thing, because that can, even if you have a very overpowered character, just totally nullify that by transforming you into a not so powerful character. It's super fantastic. I love it. Love when I have a nigh on invincible run end to those guys. All right. Getting rid of lava, I think, is also going to be pretty helpful, too, just when, well, lava starts showing up. I do know that one of the later areas, you're going to start seeing, it's going to start becoming a lot more commonplace. What just exploded? Was that me? Was that something I did? Ooh. Spooky scary. Yeah, I really want to make sure that I'm paying attention to what's going on, just in case. Just for when things could possibly go bad. Noita is a game, it's much like Dead Cells, in fact, where things just go very bad very quickly. And you want to keep an eye out for that at all points in time. Even as much as you can mitigate some of the worst stuff from happening. It's like, you don't want to be complacent in how you're doing. Sure, this looks good, but that means nothing. There's so much, people are so out for blood when it comes to the Noita that it's like, yeah, don't want to be complacent. I think that's the best way to put it. Good. 3,000 gold. I can really re-roll stuff at this point in time. Ah, invisible mushroom. You got that invisible mushroom. Takes control. And so, nobody? Genesis? Come on, it's a good band. Oh, God. Speaking of explosion immunity. Good. I don't know if that took him out. I want to say it probably didn't, but... Oh, just... Uko are the worst. God, I hate those guys. And even with the exploding diamonds, though, which is kind of cool, not that matters. Apparently diamonds are kind of worthless in the world of Noita. Yeah, those guys are... I mean, electricity, man, is scary. Even though I have electricity immunity, it still does a huge amount of explosion damage and everything like that. And that's bad. And I don't want to deal with it. If I possibly can. Because explosion damage, because, like, well, the explosion is the more important part. The electricity immunity is just going to block me from getting, like, stunned and the like. I don't know why those guys are confused. Oh, probably due to the Flumoxium. But, yeah. Honey? Sure. I mean, honey's cool and everything, but I'm not really entirely worried about, alchemy at this point in time, especially after the... What is even happening up... Well, somebody found a wand. That's what's happening up there. But who and how can I wrest it from their grubby little hands? Do have to be accurate with this. Even though I do have the speed up, which does work very nice to make sure that this bolt does, you know, get as close to a hit scan as I possibly can with this particular weapon. Can't beat through all three of the shields, but that's... I don't know. I also feel like I don't really want to get killed by whatever... I can't even see what has that wand, and that worries me. Alright. I don't want to accidentally get acided either to death. I mean, I could, if I felt like it, just go and... there. What is... I want to just find whatever this is at this point in time. Yeah, it's just some dude, basically. Anything of interest? I mean, I'll take it for right now, anyway. There. I'll take it for right now, but it's like, yeah. A triplicate bolt can actually be pretty good if you have a very minimal amount of spread. For example, this -8 degrees could possibly turn this into just one concentrated bolt. That and also the concentrated spells are equally worthwhile when it comes to using that. Of course, it's a pretty weak amount of damage that you're getting off that anyway, so I don't know how great it is or how worthwhile it is to take. But hey, it's something to think about. Especially early game. If you get concentrated spells, try to grab that thing as soon as possible. Nope. Well, it doesn't matter. Again, immunity to melee helps out a lot. Alright, alright. Well, this is annoying, but there's really actually not too much else to do fungal cavern-wise. It's very similar to the first one, just the enemies are buffed up a little bit more. They're a little bit more powerful, all things considered. There we go. There we... Oh. One more invisible wasp. You've got that invisible... Yeah, I know. I'll stop. Okay. No more health. Didn't really even get too much wand-wise or anything in this area. A little bit disappointing in some way. But I don't know. I guess... Let's be honest, I've already been so blessed with such a great run so far. How much do I really have to complain about? What is this? Circle of Shielding. I'm interested. Field of Protective Magic. I mean, it's probably exactly what it sounds like. I'll throw it in here. I mean, I already got healing. Why not throw that there too for double extra buffing? Glass cannon if I just want to throw away this run. Faster movement could be good. You know what? I guess I don't really have too much else that I'm looking to get as of right now. So I might as well... Hey, dude! Ow. Well, again, that's why I got this. Whoop. I told you, I'm not too well off if I happen to get hit by a by my own explosions. He doesn't see me. Wow. Wowie wow wow. Okay, he's dead. He's super dead, I can only hope. Never to be seen by the likes of man or beast again. Oh, man. But at the same time, it's also like, first off, I can't believe I can't get in there. Oh, well, I guess I'll deal with it. Yeah, I have nothing to get past steel. Much less mossy steel, the most powerful type of steel. Yeah, enemies are starting to get resistant to my shenanigans, I guess. Honestly, probably would have been more worthwhile to try to... Yeah. Oh. There we go. Probably would have been more worthwhile to just try to destroy that dude with a Eldritch Portal anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta watch out for those guys. They come in ice and fire variants, and they will shoot you with flamethrowers. It's not great. It's actually very scary. Oh, I love how those characters look. Mulkio, I believe they're called. That said, I don't love what... I was kind of hoping they were going to hurry up a little bit more. I don't love what they do comparatively. I don't like that guy. He's a very spooky-looking character. Okay. Super dead, though. Yeah, if I can just land a critical or two on any enemy, it does seem like I can take them out really easily. It's just sometimes easier said than done and all that. Okay, and one more. Cool, cool, cool. Do have a Circle of Vigor, worst comes to worst, and even a Circle of Shielding on there as well to get extra defensiveness when the time comes. I don't like whatever that is. As always, if I don't know what something does, I don't want to find out. And that's that. You know, sometimes when you have these, like, weird kind of specific things, you'll get, like, extra damage or cooldown, you know, like, reduced spell delay and whatever, but some of them just seem bad, to be honest. Yep. Big explosion. Big wow. Would love to get explosion immunity like I was talking about, if I possibly could. It's just, I don't know how likely that is to actually find. Oh, look at that guy. Ooh, there's some good stuff here. Yeah, and screw this. Because, I mean, I would like extra damage. Sure. Maybe that instead of, like, lava to blood. I mean, how useful is that, really? Oh, yeah, look at that, dude. But that's why I got this. Take him out, tentacles. There. I was noticing the tentacles weren't actually doing as much damage as I might have been hoping they're going to be doing, but that's fine. Look, tentacles, you did your best. You distracted the guy, and then I went in for the kill. And that's really all I can hope for, you know. Those things explode into acid, so I would rather just get rid of it right now, to be honest. Fire, fire, fire. Please put me out. That's not a Mulkio, no. That's just a regular Hapunal Yaska. Hapon apparently means acid in Finnish. God, oh god, oh god. Ran out of levitation energy at a very inopportune time. That said, I mean, because the shield does reflect projectiles. It doesn't, as far as I know, reflect acid. So when that explodes into acid, that's bad. No, great. Those things are obnoxious. And I don't really have any good way of taking them out short of... I don't even know how that exploded, to be honest. There we go. Short of kind of catching them there or using my very limited Eldritch portals, which I would like to avoid doing. I mean, you know, the portals are good, and I kind of want to use them on the most powerful characters around here if I possibly can, rather than just those guys, which are pretty weak. It's just you need to have some fast fire rate to take care of them. Oh my. I almost got myself in a very bad position there. I mean, I didn't, but... Okay. What's going to be the best way to do this? And of course, freaking the lava there. I should just get rid of that lava, man. Hi. I just looked up the name of those guys. They're apparently called Eldari. They are still have the same weaknesses as the Sendari, but are Eldar, I guess. Oh my god, you know what? Oh boy, oh boy. I'm just gonna run. I'm just gonna run. Oh boy, indeed. Oh my god, I cannot believe that these things have still survived. These things have continued to somehow survive. There. Well, that's one thing at least. I know what you're thinking. Use a circle of vigor. And I will. Just give me 1 second. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's keep going. All right, well, maybe the, that's going to at least cover me for a little bit. It's just, where am I even going at this point in time, I think is the more important question. My actual path is looking more questionable over time right now. Ha, I hate you. Much like the Stendari, those guys are terrible, and I hate them. Yeah, usually when it comes to kind of late-game Noita, the way that you go about doing it is... the most effective Noitas are the ones that just, you know, dig their way to victory. If you have some sort of digging tool, you know, whether it is... Well, probably a bunch of black holes, let's be honest. You should just aim them down and then get to the end of the game. That is honestly really how you want to do it, more than anything else. Because enemies at this point in time are getting so funky fresh that they are, like I said, even in the face of a very powerful run, still taking way more damage than you would expect. Come on. Whee. I don't know what I was expecting there. This thing can't even attack me. I have melee immunity, of course. Well, I didn't know that it only did melee, but still. Oh, I hate those things so much. And just go. Bam, bam. Let's keep on booking it out of here. I don't even care about any of that sort of stuff. Fire immunity does sound pretty nice. And I was thinking about maybe switching out, yes, you for you. You know, getting that extra little bit of stuff going on there. It's only a +10 to damage, but hey, that's still something. That is still, it's more than nothing. And you know what, I am going to keep this sort of thing going on here. I don't know, I might be able to get some sort of usage out of Lava to Blood in time. I got my doubts, but maybe. Maybe. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, there is probably something that I should have done back there. Oh, well, I'm not going to worry about it. Melee immunity, melee immunity. Temple of the Art. You might have noticed maybe a little bit of a theme going on here so far with how there is a lot of references and the like to alchemy, commonly referred to as the art. Now it is coming to a head. Ah, hey, come on, dude. Well, there's that guy that killed me last time. Let's, yeah, explode him. Just big explosion. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I think those, the smaller of these characters are called Skull Rats, which is a good name. Yeah, Gigantic Tick Man can't really do much of anything here with the many, many shields that I'm using right now. Neither can the Spiralicum, I think that's called. As long as I make sure that I have it facing the enemies. I always like to make the reference to the old Claymore mines, front towards enemy. It is relevant here. I do have healing, of course, but I also do have a fear of God right now. Ooh boy, ooh boy. Because this is, more than anything else, where it starts to really get serious. Okay, that's cool. That's, yeah, I guess it doesn't turn fast enough to... It doesn't really turn fast enough to, not have some of the blood turn into rock, but hey, it'll at least get me through lava. That was close. Don't just drop down in areas, by the way. And those guys can get taken out by a... Ah. That was very scary for a second. Those guys, again, you can get rid of these guys. You can't attack the tick version of themselves just like that. If I can... Do I even have like a name here or something that I can call them? Kirotu Crystalli, I guess, is that thing that I just killed. Yeah. And also you too. But yes, there is a way to take those guys out, but you have to kind of find their like origin crystal in whatever way you want to call it. Good and good. Just, you know, lava to blood does seem like it might be useful if you're working with, I don't know, a kind of like vampirism type of build. But even then, you do have to have some to kind of dig around the rock that did not turn to blood. Thank God I got these shields. Like I said, getting even one of the extra, you know, getting the permanent shield by itself is kind of a rarity. Getting the extra shield on top of that is even more of a rarity. Getting another one even on top of all of that, that's just entirely unexpected. Well, continue giving me all this gold, especially because I can't get hurt. God, melee immunity is very, very good. It's one of those almost always want to take if you got the opportunity type of deals. It's just that great. What is bleeding so much around here? Things are drowning in blood. It's the level of blood that we're looking at. Oh, and it's actually one of those really horrible mages. So, you know what? Continue to have that happen. Okay, there we go. Yeah, because those are one of those guys that might be able to polymorph me into bad stuff. And I would really prefer not to have that if possible. Also, look at how much health they have at this point in time. I mean, I'm just going to sit here and watch. Yeah. Yeah, just because I wanted to see you die that much. Yes, yes, I know you're here, Terso. Or, no, you're teleporting around, I guess. But, I don't care because you can't hurt me. I'd like to take out one of these guys if I possibly can, but not really having the opportunity to present itself in any way. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, that's fine. And the acid is not going to kill me. Good. Good. It's just from all these skull rats that I've been killing. There's just a ton of blood around here because of that. Whoa, dude! Okay. What? I don't actually know what that enemy does. And I just shot at it because it scared me. And now I feel like that was a bad idea. No, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's maybe just not mess around with white ball guy. Oh, that did kill a very, like, ludicrously overpowered otherwise run that I had going on. That same white ball character. So I don't know exactly what it does, but it's just like, oh, I mean, I would love to kill it to at least get its name and whatever, but at the same time, just if I also never see that guy again, I'll be happy. Nope. Denied. Also, Kamis, it's like you are very much out of your... Wow. Somebody's been killing some worms down here. Very much out of your element right now. Yeah, that's all worm blood. Just a Haponolyaska, not even a Mulkyo. Good. What? Come on, Kalma guys. You're not gonna win this. Quit trying. Ooh, I don't like that crystal. I mean, I know what it does. It just shoots out a bunch of projectiles, but still, it's like I don't want to mess with it nonetheless. Good, good, and good. Are you dead? Well, you are now. Hey, there we go. And that gets rid of that guy. Watch out because it does explode into powder most foul. Just magical liquid? Huh. I'm not quite sure what that is. I don't even know if I've seen it before. Oh no. I'm gonna watch out for that guy because again, I know his projectiles will polymorph me, and that's bad. Magical liquid. I don't know what that do. Okay. And then the polymorph magic should dissipate right there. Oh boy, oh boy. Gonna have to go back to the magical temple. I mean, I have already made a return to it before to get the thing that is within. But you're not gonna see that footage just yet. Good. Good. Good and great. Good. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can see exactly why the Hisi would be so interested in setting up a pretty big, elaborate base in here. If it has a gigantic magic temple dedicated to the mysteries of alchemy in here. Only makes sense, really. Anything else going on? Haven't really been able to... I mean, you know, most of the wins that I've gotten in the game have been more of the digging variety. Like I said, just hurrying up through this area as fast as you possibly can. So, I mean, I'm not even sure what's happening there. Anyway, I do know what that is. That is a Kalma worm, which is frightening. It's a worm that does not work with any sort of laws of man or God, but at the same time, too. Well, I have a melee immunity. So, again, it's like something I keep constantly forgetting. Worms can't really attack me. I can only attack myself with my own stupidity. As you do. Hey, you back up here. Okay. I guess I don't actually have to hit its head. I don't know why I'm doing that. It's just the head is the only thing that can hit you, which is why I was thinking that. It did cause the game to lag a little bit when it was... I would like to try to kill this thing, but I know it's also pretty pointless. So let's just continue on to the laboratory. End game. That's right, baby. We're here. And it's, all things considered, looking pretty good. Projectile thunder field, horizontal barrier, as I found out, is apparently actually very, very good. And I should be using if I possibly can. But I'm not going to worry about it right now. Last thing, just get an extra perk. It's just, you know, as kind of a last little deal. Repelling Cape might be good. I'll just take Freeze Field. You know what? Fine. Because now if I do happen to start on fire, it's immediately going to go out. So what does the end game look like for Noita? Ah, no. Yeah, it doesn't actually attack you until you pick up the salt. It changes names based on something. But as soon as you pick it up, Eldritch Portal just takes care of the boss, no problem. Okay, well, that wasn't as impressive as I thought it was going to be honest. Thanks, Eldritch Portal. Truly, you are the MVP here. And honestly, with the, like, everything down here is lava. With the whole blood into lava, I could probably do some cool stuff. But I won't. At least not right now. No, I think I am just going to rest on my laurels, pick up this golden statue, and complete the work. That's Noita! Oh, don't worry. The game is not even remotely close to done yet. There is still a lot more to the world than what you've seen. You see, one of the things in the game, and one of the things I haven't really talked about yet, is the README file in the game. It sort of just giving... Hey, it's Bennett Foddy. Somehow it doesn't surprise me he worked on this in some way. Also Colin Northway. Hey, how about that? But yes, in the README file, in the folder for Noita, it talks a lot about how you are a seeker of knowledge. Somebody that's there to understand the world around you. Could just be something for the README itself. But at the same time, too, it does also really say a lot about the game, considering that you do die by the end of it. In search of knowledge, as it is. Cryptic high scores. And so next time, I'm going to be uncovering some of the secrets of Noita. And boy, are there a lot of them, and a lot of them are very difficult to get.